setting up the pass, and I think that might have been Monsomo who made the stop. So now it'll be 4th down, and Watchung Hills will punt for the first time. So a good job by Hillsborough's defense. They've been tested very early by this team already. 2 possessions by Watchung in literally 4 minutes of playing time, and Hillsborough stood the test. And sometimes in games you just have to get through the initial wave before things finally settle themselves down. While the Hillsborough player is standing at the 40-yard line, but let's see what the wind does to this punt. Good snap, no pressure this time, and the punt's away. Fair catch being called. Oh, at the 40-yard line. And there is a flag down because I believe Ethan Mays was hit after he got fair caught, and that's going to add 15 more yards, and Hillsborough is going to have a tremendous opportunity in Watchung territory. So the officials are discussing about the fair catch interference play, so it is against Watchung, obviously. I'm assuming it's a 15-yard penalty, so that's going to be 1st and 10.
Tom, we just want to welcome everybody in. For some reason, YouTube didn't start the stream. I don't know why, but we hit it. We said go live. We said start stream. It said streaming. You're live, and then never did it. But YouTube has switched their programs around, so that could be why. But we just want to welcome everybody in, Tom. It's only 3-0. You missed a field goal, an onside kick. We can actually show you the onside kick when we had the first break. And they drove down and kicked the field goal, and we're back to live action here, Tom.
Okay, so following the fair catch interference, 15-yard penalty.
Apologize.
Mizwera in the shotgun on 1st and 10. This time they triple to left, but they're going to, there's going to be a play fake. And Mizwera in trouble, and he ends up going out of bounds in his own territory at the 48-yard line. So a loss of 6 on the play. Kyle Saunders and Chris Baker closed in, and Watchung knew what was going on there.
Yeah, Tom, it's a great play by the defense there. Excellent work coming up, stuffing the ball, and, holding them to minimum yardage here.
Actually, it's a 5-yard loss, so 2nd and 15. They're going to spot the ball Hillsborough's own 49-yard line. 3 wide slot left this time as Mizwera takes it, play fakes again. Now he calls his number. He'll go past midfield and then take a shot at the 48-yard line for a gain of 3. It was a high hit, but a legal tackle, and it makes it 3rd and 12.
Yeah, it's a good play. I like to remind everybody there's about 7.5 minutes left, so you really only missed about 4 minutes of play. So, again, we apologize for not going live. But, again, YouTube, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
And sometimes they just don't like us.
Yeah.
But then again, how are we to know what's behind the screen there? Anyway, 3rd and 12 from the 48-yard line. Mizwera in the shotgun. He'll take the snap. He's going to roll left, and he's going to throw left. Pass is caught. It's going to be for short gain down to about the 43-yard line. And that was, I believe, Mays who made the catch. Good tackle on the part of John Beckville, who's been running around the field in these 2 possessions. So another 3 and out, and Hillsborough will punt.
Yeah, you want to get a couple first downs here. Give your defense a break, but again, you're only down 3-0, so it's not really hurting you right now. Early in the game, Tom.
Well, we're almost halfway through the first quarter, so we'll continue time updates where needed. Mizwera will punt, and it looks like Drews will be back again for Watchung. He's standing at the 6. Pretty good punt. It's going to one-hop, and Drews decides to take it at the 6-yard line. Let's see what happens. And Hillsborough actually did a nice job containing as he only returns it to about the 18-yard line. So a 12-yard return, and, I mean, that's not bad. And you think about it, you put Watchung in a position where now they have to start relatively on average a little deep in their own territory. But they have 1st and 10. But, they can definitely do anything with Martini at quarterback and the cast he has around him. So Hillsborough on defense again, 3rd drive for Watchung Hills. The Warriors at their 18-yard line. And let's see what Martini decides to do here. They will line up. It looks like a 3-wide, no, a receiver on each side. They go pretty big on the line. Martini under center. This is a handoff up the middle and a nice hole down to the 24-yard line. 6-yard pickup as Baker able to bust through the right side of the line. So 2nd and 4 coming up.
Good positive yards on your first down. You want to get split the sticks here. So, 2nd and 5, 2nd and 4, 2nd and 6, they're always good for high school football.
So they're actually only going to give him the 24-yard line.
Oh, they moved it back.
Yeah, so it's a gain of 5.
No, just noticed that.
Yeah, sometimes it's where the knee is down, where the football is positioned, where you have to kind of mentally freeze frame here. Now on 2nd down, a handoff, and not much there, as I believe they got Baker again. And it only goes for about a yard. So this is a pretty critical play already. 3rd and 4. The ball's going to be spotted at the 25.
Yeah, this is where the playbook comes in. You got a big quarterback. We haven't seen him run yet. We haven't seen him take any type of draw or anything like that on it. So let's see what they come up with.
Approaching 5:10 left in the first. 3rd and 4 for the Warriors at the 25-yard line. Martini goes under center. They go single back. He's back the pass. Under a rush, the pass is caught, and that's good enough for a first down to the 31-yard line. That is Brendan Vlasic, who was open and was able to make the catch and gave himself up with his knee down.
So we see now, he's going to be using his arm. He's not going to be using his legs as much out there running. Maybe more of a stay-at-home quarterback, that's going to work the whole field. Especially with an arm like that, you want him to do that. You want him to learn how to use the field and not have to run it all the time.
And he's a pro-style quarterback. You have to consider that as well. So wherever he goes, they're going to be very lucky to have him. All right, they're going to go 4 wide, single back on 1st and 10 from the 31. Martini back. He's under a rush. Has to jump, and down he's going to go.
Big sack.
And Raiders just wave him down for a big loss on the play. And Santa Barbara able to make the sack there. So what a job by Hillsborough defense making the right blitz call.
Yeah, excellent job. Excellent job for this, to get in there. He tried to jump. I guess he tried to elude it by that, or maybe tried it for a jump pass because he is that type of athlete, but he got just swarmed over.
So a big loss on the play. The ball is now spotted at the 23, loss of 8. So 2nd and 18, under 4 minutes left here in the first. Martini under center. 2 receivers on the right. Let's see what he does here. He'll take the snap. He's looking under a rush again. This time he's going to throw right. Pass is tipped and intercepted.
There we go.
And here they come back to the 30, still on his feet down to the 25. The deflection. Troy Kennedy ended up grabbing the ball in the air and forced the first turnover of the game.
Excellent work by the defense. Set him up. It hit off the shoulder pads, and next thing you know, it's up in the air, and now it's, tip ball time. So make the interception, make the play, and get the ball back.
And that is amazing, too, because of the fact that once the ball gets tipped, it could be anybody's ball. But you got to remember the defense is more than likely to catch it than the offense does. That's, of course, unless you're Marcus Mariota, you can catch anything. So Hillsborough with a 1st and 10. By the way, all first downs here in Hillsborough High School football, they're presented by Norman's Hallmark with 54 premier Gold Crown Hallmark stores in Pennsylvania and New Jersey. They have their extensive selection of greeting cards and gifts from all your favorite trusted brands, and they send the right message. Go to Norman's Hallmark on Nelson's Corner, 601 Route 206 in Hillsborough, or call 908-281-4020. Now on 1st and 10, whistles blow, and
what are we getting, Tom?
I have no idea what we're getting.
Timeout?
No, we're not getting pizza delivery either, I can tell you that.
Not in this wind.
Well, definitely not. We don't want it to become cold or raw, but I guess they wanted to make
Domino's may give it to us.
Well, the officials are delivering instructions, so I think it's just an official timeout. Oh, no, delay a game called against Hillsborough, so that is a 5-yard penalty. So that hurts.
Yeah, you don't. It might have been that they spent too long celebrating after the interception. That could have happened. You never know.
Well, sometimes you got to be businesslike and just know how much time you have. All right, 1st and 15. Here's Ms. Ware with a shot, and the pass is caught. Will get to the end zone. What a tremendous catch for the score. A 30-yard touchdown strike. Thomas Amonkwa, the junior, he skied for it and brought it down, and in one play, penalty, no problem. Hillsborough has the lead.
Yeah, good design, good setup. Got him open on the wing there, and all you got to do is hope to complete that pass, and he did.
It is a catered affair touchdown. We'll make sure we read him momentarily, but Hillsborough is looking for the conversion. Actually, no, they are going to set up for the extra point.
Swing and door, Tom. Swing and door.
Just as long as the door doesn't shut on me.
Another Wilkinism.
Well, I probably have a lot of them, too. All right, here's the extra point after things go back to normal. The snap, kick on its way, and it is 7-3 as the kick goes through with 3:29 left in the first. And we'll get to the conversion in a second, but let's tell you about Catered Affair. They've been founded in 1986, family-owned and operated, and they expanded and moved to the present location in 1989 to what's now a historical and well-known part of Hillsborough and the surrounding business and residential communities. Catered Affair offers a full line of custom catering designs and also operates a gourmet deli cafe, offering a huge line of the famous homemade salads, soups, sandwiches, subs, and grilled delights. Make sure you check them out at Borough Center. They're at 424 Route 206 South in Hillsborough, and call them 908-874-7790. And let's also add that the conversion is presented by Iron Peak Sports and Events, which is a multi-sport training, recreation, event, and entertainment facility that will serve as a hub for a full spectrum of sports as well as many other recreation and community pursuits. The facility provides an atmosphere of community to sports clubs, event organizers, and participants. Call them 908-398-2139 or visit them 137 Mountain View Road in Hillsborough. That is Iron Peak Sports and Events. So Saunders is back for Watchung along with another receiver here as the kickoff is taken care of. Sent down the middle and taken at about the 10-yard line. And galloping his way to about the 30-yard line and maybe a little bit more. And now the official stop play as forward progress is stopped.
Hayward on the return.
So Hayward ends up returning it about 23 yards. So Watchung Hills will try and get themselves back in order as they're down 7-3 and 3:21 remaining in the first.
And that's big. You know, we can see some of the chats here. You know, I need a tuba player for my band. Does anyone play tuba? Anybody? We're looking for, someone asking in the chat room here.
Well, I'm a trombone player, but I haven't played it in a while. So
Jack Elliott, J Max. How many teams in the student section in the live chat? I don't know. But that's a good question, though, in the live chat tonight.
And how many students outside have a heater?
Yes.
So it is 1st and 10 as Watchung Hills is at the 32-yard line.
We like to give the shout-outs to the chat room as much as we can. So, guys, keep the comments coming. Just keep them clean and keep them positive.
Martini back, and now he's going to call his own number, and he's going to be wrapped up at about the 35-yard line for about a 4-yard pickup. Brought down by, I believe that was Will Dixon.
Yeah, Tom, I don't want to tell you who Martine reminds me of, Tom, but I'd say he might be wearing number 12. Just want to give you that little bit of tidbit there. He might have looked like a little bit like number 12 out there.
Randall Cunningham?
Maybe
I had to go there. You know he's talking Tom Brady from a Patriots fan here. Anyway, 2nd and 7. Ball be spotted at the 35-yard line. Let's see what Martini does here. Single back. 3 wide slot left, and now they get a man in motion. Now they're going to go with a sweep play, and it's not going to work.
Oh, big play by the defense stepping up there.
Brian Hayward was the one with the carry, but you got to believe Troy Kennedy, who has had a monster first quarter with an interception, now a tackle for a loss. That's a TFL for you, and it forces 3rd and long now for Watchung Hills.
Using the up-tempo, getting everybody on the field still, not allowing a lot of substitutions. The defense has got to be ready to make those tackles.
So as the clock counts down to 2:10 and under here in the first quarter, it is 3rd and 9. Ball spot at the 33-yard line. Martinez shotgun back to the left. They evenly divide the receivers.
In the middle of a water drop.
And Martini goes back. He's under a rush. They're going to throw a high screen pass. Is caught. 35. Nice tackle. 37-yard line.
What a play.
That forces 3 and out. The pass was caught by Chris Baker, but there's Sal Volpe able to bring him down and forcing another 3 and out.
Able to bring him down is exactly what you want to see. 4th down, make them punt. Especially in the rain, depending on which way the wind's blowing here in Hillsborough. We're going to weather report very soon as to which way. We have to look at the rain and see. But, again, that's what you want to do. Hold them on 3 downs again after you score that touchdown.
So I had to do a Queen reference, so we had to do Bohemian Rhapsody with Any Way the Wind Blows. All right, punting we think is going to – well –
keep it going, Wilkins.
All right. Well, they're going to do a fake punt.
No, they're not.
It is going to be a short punt, and it actually backfired a little bit because it went directly out of bounds. We'll see where they spot it, the 46 of Hillsborough. So Not too much of a punt there, but Hillsborough has pretty nice field position with 107 left in the first.
So, Tom, while we're on the turnover here, the downs here, let's look at that onside kick, Tom. So we're going to give you the replay.
It is a Pez Electric replay.
So there is our Pez Electric replay. You'll see they start out, it's a little sunnier at that time. Not really. It's still raining. But you watch, it's just kicked off to the edge there. It goes to 10 yards and easily recovered, and that led to the first 3 points of the game. So we're, filling you in here, giving you some of the plays that we missed because we were not on the air because of technical difficulties. That's what we'll say.
Well, sometimes you can't help Mother Nature and you can't help the YouTube connection. But anyway, Hillsborough ball 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Under center this time, Ms. Vera, and they're going to hand it off, and it's not going to be nuts. That's a big hit on the part of Andrew Russo. The senior ends up forcing a 2-yard loss on that first play. Now, before we get to the next one, we remind you for Pez Electric that you don't realize how important your HVAC and electrical systems are until they stop working properly. When you need an electrician or HVAC contractor fast, turn to Pez Electrical Services in Montgomery and Hillsborough, who offers professional heating and cooling services as well as electrical and generator support. They're on 14 Eileen Court in Hillsborough. Call 908-281-7399. Okay, final 30 seconds of the first quarter. 2nd and 12 from the 44. They send Amakwa in motion. Here's a handoff up the middle, and I believe that was Santa again, getting to midfield stripe. So a gain of 6, and they won't have to move too much, and they have to switch ends.
Oh, it's the shortest switch in history, Tom. I thought I saw it yesterday, but today we have it. It's at the 50. They're just going to have to put the nose on the other side.
All right, let's do a 180-degree rotation and say we are at quarter time here in Hillsborough. The Raiders 7, the Warriors 3, and we're going to keep it right here. And while we have a moment here with these, this game, we'll tell you that Hillsborough High School football is presented by Milan Rose Photography, which is a full-service studio with school photography services, preschool, daycare, elementary, middle school, undergraduate, senior portraits, class pictures, individual portrait packages, yearbook portraits, proms, dances, sports photography, schools events, candid photography, school yearbook photography, yearbook design, etc., etc., etc. They have a lot of things going on. It's Milan Rose Photography, located at 378 South Branch Road in Hillsborough. Call 908-369-9600. Again, funding provided by Hillsborough Raider Touchdown Association here for Hillsborough High School football. Of course, led by President Bruce Wayne, Vice President Ernie Santarelli, Treasurer John Van Nessen, Corresponding Secretary Karen Melillo, Recording Secretary Helenon Fenimore, Game Day, Fran Riletti, and the Media Guide by Mark W. Doring.
We do have a result here. We have Hillsborough freshmen 22-0 over Watchung this afternoon, Tom.
Well, congratulations to the freshman crew for Hillsborough. Nicely done. All right, 3rd and 6. Ms. Vera is going to roll left. He has room to run if he wants. And the first down more. Crossing the 40, crossing the 30, out of bounds to the 25. 25-yard run before being run out by Chris Baker.
Beautiful play there by Ms. Ware. Looking around, seeing nobody open, moving the field down, moving the ball downfield.
A Norman's Hallmark first down, as Hillsborough is now at the 25-yard line. So let's see what Hillsborough decides to call after what would have been a little bit of a difficult start to the drive, but the running game has opened up very, very nicely on the opening play of the second quarter. Now Ms. Vera.
Little bunch formation there.
Yeah, well, they got a receiver on the left side. Let's see what Ms. Vera decides to do. 1st and 10 for the 25-yard line. They get a man in motion.
Look out.
Oh, and I think it might have been a broken play because storming in is James Coslett, and he drags Ms. Vera down for a loss on the play. Probably going to go down as a sack. And it might have been a broken play because of how things were executed.
Yeah, you had your back in motion and you ran right by him. So either he was supposed to get the handoff, he was supposed to stop, or it was supposed to be some type of option play. So, you live for another down, though. You don't turn it over. That's what you don't want.
It's a loss of 4, so 2nd and 14 now from the 49-yard line. And Coach yelling at I don't know if he's yelling instructions on the next play
hand
or whatever.
Signals, a lot of hand signals. But he's probably yelling inside, though, Tom.
That's well, after that last play, maybe, but... Anyway, Ms. Wera in the shotgun, 3 wide slot right. He'll take the snap, has some time, looking, rolling right, may call his number again, And he
looking
will.
for-
Oh, and he gets hit high,
Oh.
kind of like in the line of scrimmage, but the officials say it was a legal hit, and not going to be much on the gain, if anything.
It looked like he initiated that contact, Tom. You know, he took him on and said, hey, you want to tackle? Go ahead. Good luck. See what you can do.
Well, it didn't work out too well because it ends up being a 3-yard loss. So now, 3rd and 17, as the ball is now at the Watchung 32-yard line. So I think they may have to try and throw it down the field in this particular case. Back to the left, 3 wide slot right.
Hard count.
Mizwera with a very hard count.
And then they're going to alter the play looking at the defense. That's the audible from the coach.
And they have to count in their mind how much time is on the invisible play clock. Mizwera will now take the snap. He's going to look. He has some time. Now he's going to roll left. He'll take a shot. And the pass is incomplete.
Incomplete. Bounced off the receiver's hands and off his chest and off everything else. It's just a little too hot coming in there.
Ethan Mays was the one intended for, but he just couldn't come down with it. Now an interesting decision. You're at the 32-yard line. It's 4th and long. Do you try and pin Watchung inside the 10?
Tom, it's high school football. You're up 6-3, you go for it. That's what you do. You go for it. You don't have a field goal kicker, especially in this weather, to kick in this. So, you go for it. If you miss it, what are you going to do? You hope for the interception or you hope for something down low and you make the tackle.
All right, well, they're going for it. 4th and 17. Same formation as before. Mizwera in the shotgun. He'll take it. And now flags are down, and they may have done that intentionally because I'll give him another 5 yards for a false start.
That could open it up for your punter now. That could take the quarterback off the field. But, again, you're up 6-3, so you're 7-3. It's up to you what you want to do. It looks like they want to score some.
Shorting them an extra point, aren't you, Howard?
I'm sorry. I forgot the extra point. My bad.
Anyway, it is 4th down, and considering it's 4th and long, it kind of makes it a little easier to punt.
Yep, here they come. You could see the reaction.
Well, you have to figure, 4th and 22, that's dangerous territory in the second quarter because you don't make it. All of a sudden, Watchung has the momentum. So now you're talking field position right here. So I think this is the right call. So that false start may not have been such a bad thing after all. So Mizwera on a high snap, but he's able to get away, and it's a high pop-up. That will land somewhere in Branchburg.
In the out-of-bounds area.
We'll see how they say out of bounds at the 24-yard line, so a very short punt of 13 yards, but Watchung will get field position at the 24 as we have 10:39 left till halftime and a 7-3 Raiders lead.
Yeah, excellent. A couple chats here. Guys talking football up there, which is good to hear. Please try to keep it clean. And please try to keep it positive. Again, we don't want to have any bullying going on in the chat room or we will shut it down. So,
hey, remember, these are kids.
Yep.
That's the most important thing. And in a world that has so much negativity, we need all the positivity that we can get. And it's so, so important. We all can make a difference in this thing. All right, Hillsborough ball. Actually, the ball went out of bounds at the 30.
Watchung Hills ball.
Oh, I'm sorry, Watchung Hill, rather. 1st and 10, actually, the 31, it went out of bounds. So, like a 6-yard punt, maybe it was.
I don't know.
Whatever the case, Watchung in good shape. Here's a handoff.
Oh,
They're
big
going
play.
backwards.
Big play.
What a nice job as Kyle Saunders was able to get on the right side, but McLaughlin was able to bring him down for a 2-yard loss. So 2nd and 12.
Good play. Got penetration in there and made the play there on the tackle. So, again, the defense is playing out of control right now. So, you hope to hold them and get the ball back and give it back to your offense.
So it is 2nd, and we're going to say it is 13 because the line of scrimmage was a 32, so that was a 3-yard loss. Martini in the shotgun, evenly dividing the receivers. He'll take the snap. Coming in on a rush. Now Martini
Look
running,
out.
and he goes down, and he loses the football. Or are they going to rule him down right there?
I think the white hat said he was down.
Well, it doesn't matter. It's a huge sack. And the man who has really played lights out on defense, Tyler Micknard, he comes with another enormous sack and an enormous loss on the play.
And it's a team game here. It's a team defense. It's a team game, and you're doing great things with different guys in different spots.
All the way back to the 13-yard line for a 16-yard loss. It is 3rd and 29. They got a long way to go here. But now what Hillsborough needs to do is make sure they don't make a defensive mistake, especially a penalty like defensive holding or hands to the face. You don't want to do that because I'll give them an automatic 1st down. They triple to right on 3rd down, Martini back to pass, and
Got
he's
him.
already going down
Got him
again.
Got him again. What's that, Tom? 4 sacks, 3 sacks?
That's at least 3 sacks, and it's down to the 10-yard line. Hillsborough's defense is doing quite a job here.
Yes, excellent penetration. Again, coming up the middle. Using your gaps and using your rush and using your speed to get in there and wrapping him up. He's a big target. That's the one thing he is when he's big and tall there. He's a big target. So.
Mishnard is the pronunciation, by the way.
Oh, we're not going to start. Keep going,
Well,
Tom.
sometimes you just need a little clarification. So
That's why we have the home team over here helping us out.
they know him better than we do. All right, it'll be a punt now for a Watchung as the punter stands in his end zone, takes the
Good
snap,
snap.
and gets the punt, and it's a pretty good one. Or is it? It goes out of bounds. It's got to
Gotta
be
find it.
short of the 40, I would think. They're going to say, as of right now, the 37. So
Not
that
bad.
may not be so bad. 27-yard punt.
Especially from your end zone, moving it out there. So, resets a little bit, but again, gets you, they're in plus territory here, Tom, taking over Hillsborough. So you hope the offense can put something together and put some more points on the board before we get out of here on the half.
They're going to say the 39-yard line, so a 29-yard punt. Actually, will compromise a 28-yard punt because the ball is put at the 38-yard line. So Hillsborough with a 7-3 lead and 8:17 left till halftime. Gets back to business
It's
again.
beginning to rain in, so keep going. You can see the circles.
Hey, Mother
I'll
Nature
get the
provides
towel
us
in a
all
second.
challenges here.
Oh, got to change the ball. Too wet.
Well, you got to do that. Like I said, ball handling is going to be so critical on both sides, and we've seen it already. Hillsborough with 3 sacks. They forced the turnover. Troy Kennedy, of course, the interception would set up the touchdown pass to Mays. I mean, it has really been tremendous right now for Hillsborough. Even though it may not have started well, Hillsborough has really picked it up here in the second quarter.
As the wind has.
All right, Mizwera in the shotgun on first down. He'll take the snap. He's going to roll left. He's going to fire short. And almost a.k.a. Michael Gallup. Nice catch on the part of Thomas Amakwa, who was able to keep both feet in bounds for a short gain of 6.
Good play, good reference, good outcome for Hillsborough.
I still can't get that out of my mind at the end of that game. That was incredibly emotional. But anyway, 2nd and 4 from the 32-yard line as Mizwera.
Oh, hold on, we got a shout out. Meatball Lover 46 wants a shout out. You got it, all right?
Well, they're going to get it.
I'm working the chat room, Tom.
All right, here is Mizwera, who will throw left side. Pass is intercepted. It went off the defender's hands and down to about the 19-yard line. I believe the interception was Ryan Ward who grabbed it. That was intended for Mays, but it went through his hands. So each team has had a deflection and interception so far, and a big break for Watchung.
Yeah, excellent defense for Watchung. Getting a bounce here again, another tip drill and pulling it in, and next thing you know, you're back in business. But again, field position this game has been completely in favor of Hillsborough.
All right, well, following the turnover, and that's a big break for Watchung, they will have the ball from their own 18 at 1st and 10. Now, of course, Watchung being led by head coach Rich Soybert in his 5th year. By the way, his son is number 73, Hunter Soybert, so we got to give a crazy shout to him in case we don't quite call his name in the broadcast. But it'll be 1st and 10.
You just did. Go ahead.
That's what always happens, doesn't it? All right, 1st and 10. As Martini is in the shotgun, they're going to do a handoff right side. They'll get to about the 20. Not much there. Maybe a 2-yard pickup. And again, that was Dixon on the stop.
Yep.
So 2nd and 8.
Oh, he wants to know about Cam Newton. Somebody asked me about Cam Newton. Do I think he's the future of New England? Gosh, I hope so. I hope they sign him. He just is he's exceptional out there.
One never knows. I was like, you're bringing up Cam Newton. They even play this week. They had their bye.
People are asking questions.
Well, hey, we may not necessarily be the experts here, but hey, we're enjoying football on all levels. 2nd and 8 from the 20-yard line as Martini down to shotgun will take the snap under a little rush, middle screen, caught 25, and then running into his own man, 26-yard line, John Bechtel.
Tom, he could have had the first high school butt fumble. Could have had the first one in high school history, but it did not work out that way.
Well,
so
he fell
good tackle.
forward.
Yes.
So that'd be a little hard to do that type of thing when you're falling forward. But then again, you had to bring up a Patriot reference because I was
There you
returned
go.
for a touchdown. So I guess we're doing a
keep it
little
going.
verbal gamesmanship and past football references. But anyway, 3rd and about 2. Ball from the 26-yard line. It looks like might be an empty gun here. Under center is Martini. They go heavy on the left side in this empty gun. But first, we're going to have a timeout. I believe Watchung will call the timeout, and that'll be their first of the half. So I thought he was going to set up a replay or something like that.
We're going to get some ads in. We haven't done a couple ads here in the first half.
Well, I think we shall. And going down everything, we have to remind you that we need to mention the Sean O'Hara Foundation. And we didn't quite get to too much of that, but the Sean O'Hara Foundation, they've contributed nearly $800,000 to nonprofit organizations which fund research, care, and awareness for life-threatening diseases for which minimal financial resources are available, and to other health and education initiatives, including endowed scholarship funds, or programs rather. For more details on the Sean O'Hara Foundation, visit their website, SeanO'HaraFoundation.org, or call 973-879-1682. Now, we also want to mention real quick Ambi Landscaping. They have various landscape design services available, and they're proud of the design team's accomplishments. From the early planning stage to the day of installation, A&B Landscaping will work with you to create the best design and finished product possible. For more details, visit ablandscapingnj.com or call 908-240-8784.
We also have one more sponsor, Tom. We're going to add HSG Network camera wiping. When your camera's damp and wet, call HSG Network camera wiping. We'll come out and wipe your camera down.
And on 3rd down, how about this for a
look at
stop? And
that.
there may have been a fumble. We know it's going to be a
pile.
loss on the play, but was there a fumble?
Yeah, usually, you got to wait for the officials to signal something, and they're not sitting
No,
on
it's
anything,
not.
so
It's
they're
going to be
go
4th down. But it ends up being a 2-yard loss, so Hillsborough's defense does it again as they force another bad 3rd down conversion. Now let's see what Watchung decides to do on 4th down. They may keep their players on the field, and they get a couple substitutions. Keep in mind that there are a few players missing from the team for various reasons, but it is 4th and they're going to say 4th and a yard, I think. Let's see what happens.
They may not snap it, Tom. You never
Well,
know.
they might go with the hard count and force somebody to go offside, get the free 1st down. A little midway through the 2nd quarter here. They quarterback sneak. Let's see what to call it. Let's see what the spot is. And they're going to give him a good spot. 29-yard line. That's going to be a 1st down.
That's A-gap Brady all over that. That was A-gap going right up the middle there. Brady off center, gets a little push, gets inside, and gets the 1st down.
And he quickly vaulted across the open spade to make sure he got in. So it is a 1-yard gain. And I'll tell you, that was a smart play call. I mean, that was dangerous going for 4th down.
Tom,
Your own
give me your
territory.
Super Bowl favorite. Give me your Super Bowl favorite right now.
It's still Kansas City, I think.
Kansas City, huh? We got Browns, we got Jets.
I got Falcons. Anyway, and any of you could be the head coach. Anyway, a handoff along the right side for maybe 2 to the 31-yard line. So it's a 2-yard pickup. Nussbaum helped out with a stop, and it'll be 2nd and 8.
Excellent play there, yeah. Nussbaum, Jordan made, fired up getting out of that tackle, which is you want to see some spirit out there, especially with the rain, the cold, everything else going on.
Coming down to 4:40 left till halftime. Score's been 7-3 Hillsborough
Tom, I think
since
you
midway
got
first
to
quarter.
give a shout. We're going to let you do the shout out next stoppage here.
I have an idea. All right, here on 2nd down, 2nd and 9.
Pitch.
A direct snap.
No, that was a
play.
pitch.
Oh,
It was a pitch.
It was a quick pitch, and that was Shane Kelly who gets to the 40-yard line for a 1st down for Watchung. And by the way, going to send crazy shouts to Anthony Hatz. He's number 15 on Hillsborough. So figure we get him out there as somebody suggested to us.
Why not? That's why we got the chat going tonight. Keep it positive, keep it happy, keep it good, and we'll keep reading it. So,
hey, it's what we're
entertaining.
about.
It's keeping us warm.
Hey, keeping us warm, keeping us busy, and keeping everybody as best of mood as we can on what has been a little bit of a crummy Monday weather-wise. 1st and 10 for the 40-yard line. Martinez shotgun. They're going to evenly divide the receivers. He'll take the snap. He's going to throw right, and that pass is incomplete.
Just a little too much on that throw there. Just a little high. Got up on him because, again, you got to worry about that crown on the field that we mentioned before. When he throws it up over the receiver and he drops like that, you're going to see that, it's just got a little too much heat on it.
Justin Drew's the intended receiver there, so it's 2nd and 10 from the 40-yard line. Like I said, the short passing game may work out well when it comes to this weather, but when it comes to long passing, then you add the elements into everything, and that's where things get a little bit crazy. Also,
we'll get it, Tom. We'll get it at the next HSG Gaber camera wiping commercial.
Here's Martini back, and he may call his own number. There he goes, 45, 48-yard line. So an 8-yard play on that one forces 3rd and 2. If I lost my stat sheet there, Sal Volpe with the stop. Oh, we wanted to mention Ryan Lewis. Shout out to him. Uncle Joe Almeida is a coach for Watchung Hills. He's watching as well. Coach Adams gets a shout out too, the line coach for Hillsborough. And everyone's going crazy shout here, and I'm like, we got a game to do here. But keep it coming.
That's why we got the chat, Tom. Just keep everybody, this is interactive. That's what the best thing about YouTube is. It's interactive.
Interactive and sometimes intergalactic. 3rd and 2 from the 48-yard line. You got to throw a little Beastie Boys reference in there. Martini in the shotgun. He'll take the snap.
Everybody on our audience.
Looking back, he is rushing. He's going to get a first down, and he
slides.
That didn't really look like too much of a slide, but he gets to the 48 and ends up getting a first down. He gets 4 when he needed to.
Looked a bit like Aaron Rodgers sliding on that play. He just wasn't down there.
Or Roman Quinn. That was a short slide one way or the other.
But it got the job done, got the first, and gets them a new set of downs, which is what you want on offense because, they're moving the ball here. 2:38, Tom. They've had the ball about 6-7 minutes here.
Well, remember, they got the ball based upon a turnover as Hillsborough was deep in Watchung territory, and they got a deflection interception, which is the result of this drive. So a single back triple to left side, 1st and 10 now to Hillsborough 48. Martini, it's a short pass, but it's incomplete, and was a forward pass. And that went toward Brian Hayward, but it looked like it curved a little bit away from him, so it's 2nd and 10.
And it was down low again. It's getting used to different fields and getting used to his arm. This is their first game organized as a team.
And we have somebody from Ohio checking in today.
Nice.
Hey, spread the word. I mean, we got high school football on Monday night. Who needs the Chargers and the Saints now? Because they're not playing right now. 2nd and 10. Here's Martini's pass, and it's caught 45, 41-yard line, 7-yard pickup that time. John Bechtel again.
Tom, you watch him in the pocket, and he's just standing straight up, takes the snap, takes a little step, and lets it go. I mean, you think that someone's going to work with him a little more, get him some movement, maybe some tapping of the ball, but he is just a straight up shooter out there.
So it is 3rd and 7 from the 41-yard line. We're under 2 minutes left in the first half, actually 1:45 and counting. And I'll tell you, quicker decision-making, too, by Martini has been a key thing. 3rd and 3. Again, they triple the right side this time as Martini gets a shotgun snap. And now they go inside handoff. It didn't work. It did not work.
That's fired up. He was fired up last time.
Kyle Saunders went for a last-second handoff, and coming through out of nowhere, I believe that was 45, Nussbaum, the senior linebacker. I mean, speaking of the cannon, the cannon wasn't as effective. Nussbaum was more effective with that one.
Yeah, he split the line, got in the gap and went right straight to the quarterback, which is, you have no chance back there if you're going to stand around and wait to get hit.
A minute till halftime. And remember, Hillsborough has all 3 timeouts. 4th and 6. Martini.
Did he go over? I don't think he went over.
No, they're saying keep going.
Yeah, he didn't go over. You can't restart, but he was not in the neutral zone. He was too far back, so it doesn't stop the play.
And that's a high school rule for NJSIAA stuff. And now the left side moves. And that's going to be
one, and sometimes you get the other.
Well, you get a false start on Watchung for a 5-yard penalty. And by the way, we got to give a crazy shout to my partner, Howard Gaber, celebrating a birthday today.
Oh.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, 24 years old for the 900th time. So I'm very excited to be here.
Well,
in the rain, in the cold, in COVID.
Well, hopefully a cake will be waiting for you when you get home. But many happy returns to the man behind the HSG network, Howard Gaber. We had to throw that one in before halftime. So anyway, punting time. As Watchung will punt, the clock is actually running still with 20 seconds left till halftime.
I wonder if they know that. No, they probably do because they're punting. So
Well,
they're just going to let it run down.
As
They maybe even take the penalty, Tom. What do you think?
And we'll see how much more time will be left. The
They've only
officials
had one
wait
timeout.
and wait. The SpongeBob narrator is waiting too. Down to 5, 4, 3. Now a whistle.
It's a
with
delay.
2 seconds left. I think it was an intentional delay or a timeout called by Watchung. It's only their second and a half, so I don't think Watchung is going to use their last timeout, and Hillsborough is not going to use their 3 in 2 seconds.
No.
But let's reset the game here. The reason why Watchung did that is because they're going to get the ball to start the second half. Remember, Watchung won the toss and refused to the second half. Hillsborough was supposed to get the ball first, but instead, Watchung tricked us all circa Andy Reid 2000 with an opening onside kickoff, which they recovered, and that eventually led to a 31-yard field goal and a 3-0 lead at the time. But the only other score was Mizwera's big 30-yard touchdown throw to Ethan Mays, who made an incredible catch following an interception by Troy Kennedy, who had a very nice first half. So it looks like the snack break score is going to be 7-3 unless something crazy happens on this fourth down play.
You get a fumble, you get something else. You never know.
Well, there have been and I remember this year after I graduated high school, there was a game where one team punted, and our school ended up taking it on a punt return.
They're not punting. The quarterback's out there.
Oh, so they're changing plans, aren't they?
In the rain, with all the raindrops.
Well, maybe they'll do the high school version of a Hail Mary. You never know. You can't end a half on a defensive penalty, so might as well give it a shot. And he ended up dropping the snap, but he's going to roll left.
He's going to throw everything off.
And he ends up going out and saying, forget it, let's just run to the locker room. And a flag is down late. Hold on a second. A flag is down right at the end of the play. Let's see what this is all about.
That may be on Watchung for a late hit. It looked like he was up, Let's see what we get.
All right, well, we know Watchung is running back to the locker room, but let's see what the officials are discussing first. So let's not go anywhere.
They're discussing where to eat in Hillsborough. 25 burgers, a couple restaurants, anywhere they can go.
Well, they got a couple good shopping centers too as well. And well, they'll discuss the penalty. It looks like both teams are running off for halftime.
So we're good.
So it is 7-3, and what do you think of the first half, Howard?
Excellent. Well played first half by both teams. The defense is parked up, and the offense has played well. Again, we're just gonna keep it here. We're gonna kill our audio. You guys want to keep chatting. Let me see if I can get the cheerleaders as we get a little.
Yeah, that's a good idea. The Hillsborough High School cheerleading
Oh.
squad. Let's even though there is no band here, even though it's been very inclement, they still got to do their thing. And, of course, crazy shouts to Hillsborough High School's cheerleading squad as they're doing their number for halftime.
And the janitorial staff taking the trash bag down. Always good to have that during the
I don't think we have a sponsor for that, but whatever the case, our halftime score, the Hillsborough Raiders 7, the Watchung Hills Warriors 3. We'll discuss when we come back for the second half in regards to the penalty. But for now, like Howard said, we're going to cut the audio. You guys keep chatting. Let's warm ourselves up, and we'll be back in a few minutes for the start of the second half. You know, it would help if I had the microphone not on the top of my hat, but it goes without saying. But welcome back here to Hillsborough High School as we're about to start the second half of Monday Night Football here in New Jersey, high school style. The Hillsborough Raiders with a 7-3 lead over the Watchung Hills Warriors. And it has been a very entertaining first half despite the fact it's been a windy day and we have light rainfall here. And you can tell that things have been held a little bit low on the scoreboard. I'm Tom Wilkins with Howard Gaber, the birthday man, joining me. And Howard, what have you seen very much in this first half on both teams? Has it been more feeling out, or has it been more containment because of the weather?
Well, we saw a lot of things from the quarterbacks, both quarterbacks. Miss Ware, using some experience out there, throwing the ball around. Both have been picked off. One has been sacked. The quarterback for Watchung Hills has gotten sacked a couple times here, but you see that they're both highly trained, and you can see that they're exceptional athletes, both of them. So they're as they go, the teams will go, as they say. So if he's gonna have a couple more receptions, down the field, it's gonna help. You got to spread the offense around a little bit here.
Okay, just to remind everybody, if you're just joining us, of course, Watchung Hills, they won the toss, refused to the second half. Hillsborough was supposed to get the ball first. However, Watchung Hills surprised everyone with an onside kick, and they recovered it, which led eventually to a 31-yard field goal, and that was why they had a 3-0 lead early on. Hillsborough, meanwhile, was able to return coming off an interception by Troy Kennedy. Quarterback James Mizwera threw a 30-yard touchdown strike to Ethan Mays, and with the extra point, it made it 7-3. That's where we are, and Hillsborough is ready to kick off to start the second half. Both teams looking to try and come up with some answers here in the second half.
Hillsborough looking to go 2-0.
They could very well be if this holds, but let's see about this kickoff, and it's not an onside kick, but it's going to go out of bounds, and that will mean 35-yard line for Watchung Hills to start.
Yeah, not where you want to put it, out of bounds. You're trying to get it into that directional area where there's no players, and it just didn't work out.
And it happened on the other side with Watchung Hills after they scored the field goal. They went for a directional kick again, and they thought they recovered, but they were just out of bounds. So Hillsborough was able to catch a break. So meanwhile, Watchung Hills will have the ball at the 35-yard line, 1st and 10. And that is and it's going to be interesting to see what Hillsborough's defense does. Chad Martini was very uncomfortable in the first half, was sacked 3 times. And, of course, he threw an interception off a deflection. Now, also, Mizwera threw an interception off of a deflection toward the end of the first half. And although Watchung Hills drove down the field, they end up being stopped thanks to a couple of very gutsy defensive plays by the Hillsborough defense. So let's start the second half. 1st and 10 from the 35 for Martini under center. He has a receiver on each side. And there's going to be a handoff left side. I'm not going to be much at all. Maybe a yard. And Chris Baker, he was able to run over, maybe get a yard, and then he gets met by Aiden Lugo, the senior linebacker.
Excellent play, stepping into the gap there, closing up the edge, not giving him anything to look at downfield, and not giving him up any yardage here.
So they'll spot the ball at the 36-yard line, so 2nd and 9. This time they're going to triple the right side, 4 receivers, back to the right of quarterback Martini. He will await the snap. Let's see how Hillsborough responds to this. Martini back under a rush. He's going to throw a screen. That's caught. 35 and a nice tackle again. 36, 37-yard line. That is about it. Maybe another yard on the play. And again, Hillsborough's defense, their speed is catching up with the receiver speed.
Yeah, you're going to try to outflank the defense, and Hillsborough's just too quick tonight. Very, very fast to the ball.
And they're reacting very, very well and staying pretty much on par with what Watchung is trying to do, and that's a really big thing. So now, after another gain of a yard, 3rd and 8 from the 37-yard line. Let's see how they line up on this. Martini back, another pass, under a rush. Oh, he gets out. One step, no, not the other. Goes down to the 30-yard line.
Not out of that rush. Yeah, excellent play. Look at the excitement on the defense.
Will Dixon.
Again, we had an earlier shout-out to Dixon. I saw it up here a little while ago, but people watching in Ohio are actually shouting out to the Dixon family. So, great job there on that tackle.
So again, Watchung goes 3 and out. That's the 4th sack by Hillsborough today. And let's see if Hillsborough can get a nice return on this 4th down punt.
Haven't been too terribly long on the punts. And he's a motion kicker, which means he gives himself a little bit of room on the side and hopes for the roll.
And he gets the
what
roll
he gets, here
down to the 34-yard line, which is where Hillsborough will begin their opening drive of the second half. By the way, speaking of shouts, crazy shouts to Hillsborough natives Diane and Mark Moscow. They are celebrating their 35th anniversary today. And too bad that this cold weather has made a big effect. But congratulations to the Moscow couple, 35 years, and hopefully many, many more. It is such a blessing.
And you said the name right, Tom. That's the first time tonight? No, just kidding.
Oh, did you have to go there, Howard?
Excellent. Many congratulations. Many shout-outs.
My wife and I have our 21st next month.
Aunt in Florida watching, Tom. They're down in Florida.
Oh, we're
Dixon
jealous.
Family.
Bring some of the heat up.
Please.
We miss it.
No hurricanes, just heat.
Well, yeah. Well, he had to bring up the hurricane thing. But anyway, 1st and 10, a handoff up the middle. It's not going to be for much.
Head down, straight down going up there.
Yeah, 36-yard line, maybe a 2-yard gain. Santa was the one who pushed through and forced a 2nd and 8. 9:30 left here in the third. So Watchung gets the ball, starts both halves with it. They score in their opening possession of the game, but they haven't scored since. So that's a major victory for Hillsborough considering how this game has gone.
Yeah, they moved it right down. We saw them. They moved it right down, touchdown, boom, game, get the points on the board, and they haven't had a sniff since. But they've had field position, just haven't had it be able to put it in there.
And had a trick play, flea flicker, which was caught by Drews. And it was able to get inside the 10, but they could only get 3 points out of it.
The ball
came out on 2nd down. Let's see who's got. No, it's going to be 3rd down because Hillsborough fell on it. So it's going to be a loss of a yard, and it forces a 3rd and 8. Mizwara just could not handle the ball. And we're playing in a little bit of a light rain, winds about 15 miles an hour or so, and obviously being outdoors, that's playing quite a role. The grip of the ball, and it's not just for Hillsborough, it's for Watchung as well.
Yeah, it's a little tough to see on your screen there because you're only at 480, but we're in HD and you can see the actual mist blowing left to right here.
Especially on the top of the screen as you're watching. Okay, 3rd and 7, we're going to say. From the 37, here's Mizwara. He rolls left. He's looking. He's firing. Oh, and the pass is incomplete. They had a receiver open. I think it was Kennedy, and he just couldn't hang on to it. So it looks like Hillsborough goes 3 and out.
Yeah, both teams, go the 3 and out. That could have been a completion, and he would have had to turn it up and get the first down, and that's probably what he was thinking when he caught it. Catch the ball, go right upfield, and then you don't do the first step. We just catch the ball. So, it's high school. They're working on things, and, your coach is going to talk to you about it, and he'll learn from it.
And it's true, and it's a little bit more difficult, especially in these weather conditions, so you have to also consider that. All right, Mizwara will go ahead and punt here on 4th down. Let's see if he can get a good one off. That's a good snap, not much of a rush. And it's a decent punt. And it's going to take a nice Hillsborough bounce and go out of bounds inside the 30 to the 27. I'd say 27, 28. Whatever the case, it's a nice punt. And Watchung Hills will take over with 8:03 left in the third. By the way, Hillsborough Raiders football here on YouTube. Of course, funding provided by the Hillsborough Raider Touchdown Association, of course, led by President Bruce Wayne and Vice President Ernie Santarelli.
Tom, out in Wisconsin, the Siebert family is cheering on Watchung coach Richie Soybert and center Hunter.
Didn't Soybert play for the Giants?
I'm not sure. But you would know that, Tom. Ask around. Maybe
they'll
the
guy to the right says yes.
The guy to the right. We'll call him Chris Fox. That's
it might be the timekeeper.
Chief analyst over there.
He would know more than I would, that's for sure.
He's our Mike Pereira.
All right,
go ahead.
1st and 10 from the 28 as Martini will throw left. That pass is caught, but again, good containment as John Bechtel gets a short gain and brought down by a Mishnard, the other counter at number 4.
Yeah, 4 on 4, but you're gaining yardage. You still got them locked down before the 40 here, so you got to protect the yards.
So they're going to spot at the 32. They're going to give him 4, maybe 5. So 2nd and pretty long 5 coming up
Vincent Rizzi says he played for the Super Bowl Giants team.
Which one?
We'll get clarification on that, Wilkins, as soon as you can.
All right, well, right now, Martini trying to line up his people. They're going to triple the right side. To his right is Kyle Saunders. Second and probably 5. They're going to say the 32-yard line. Low snap. And now Martini's going to go back. He's looking, firing. Pass is caught. And that'll be a first down. Is getting out of bounds is Kadeem Everly as he makes his first grab and he moves the chains.
Super Bowl 42, Tom.
Oh, to your dismay.
Yeah, what else is new? So either way, keep it moving.
Well, we're always keeping it moving. What else can we do? So it was a gain of 7 that time to the 39-yard line. And Watchung keeps it going here. Just a little bit over 7 minutes left here in the third, 7:08 to be exact.
Fast-moving game, Tom. Just about 7:38 right now, so
Well,
pretty fast here.
Yeah, we did kick off around 6:15 Eastern time for those watching.
Definitely not West Coast time. It was East Coast.
Well, hey.
We'll have that broadcast next week, the West Coast time. We'll be out in Cali. Go ahead.
We'll see about that. First and 10 for the 39. Here's Martini going back. Under a rush. Here's he throws the ball incomplete.
Oh, that was out there.
Oh, he threw it up the middle. He threw it up the middle in no man's land, and it didn't quite work out.
Good rush. You know, they had him wrapped up, and he just got rid of that ball, which is an experienced quarterback's play. Get rid of the ball, throw it where no one's at, and live for another down instead of taking that long sack. So, you know, again, he's been well trained and knows the quarterback position and is able to think on his feet out there.
I would have probably tried to throw it toward the sidelines if possible because he let go and then he got hit. And that was dangerous throwing up the middle because somebody could have gone right there and picked it off potentially. So anyway, second and 10 for the 39. Let's see what Martini does here in the shotgun. He's got 2 receivers right. Takes a snap. Under a rush again. He's going down again. And Mishner does it again. 5th sack by the Hillsborough defense.
Tom, they are out of control out there. Tom, ready, able, and willing to sack on call now tonight. So, you know, you can't beat that. You know, when your defense turns it up like that, you know, it makes the game completely different.
Was that a DB blitz, corner or safety?
Could have been a corner blitz, but again, if they're getting pressure and they got 5 sacks and you're getting pressure up front, you know, you're either shooting a linebacker in the middle in a gap or you're getting somebody to come in free. And Watchung has not picked it up yet.
3rd and 15 from the 34-yard line. Let's see what Martini does in the shotgun. Now he's under center route. He's going to roll left. He's going to look. He's going to fire left side. And it is! Let's see! It might be intercepted. No, it's incomplete. It is incomplete. But it stops them on 3rd down again, and Watchung will punt. That was close to being an interception.
Very close, Tom. I mean, we really want to take a look at that after this punt. You know, and we will on the replay. But let's get the punt out of the way just in case they quick kick it or try to do it. But, yeah, that was close. That was really close, and I think we got it on film. So. All
right, well, it'll be punting time yet again for Watchung. And we'll see how Hillsborough decides to respond to that as we're almost midway through the 3rd quarter. There hasn't been any scoring since the 1st quarter of play. So here we go again. Good snap. And a nice punt. And they're going to let it go on. And a nice Watchung bounce inside the 20 and down to the 15-yard line.
All right,
nice punt.
Let's take a look at this replay here.
Presented by Pez Electric, by the way.
You tell me if you got a catch or not.
Well, we'll take a look. We're only human. So you see, again, Martini's going to roll to the left. Now he's going to fire. He looks like he's going to have a receiver coming to the side. And right here.
Oh, look, it's in his hands. It's right next to the helmet.
Yeah, but then he can't see. It's possible the ball might have come out along the boundary line, and that may have been the definition of a potential catch.
He didn't come down with it, so either way, it was good to see, though.
Yeah, definitely. But you don't realize how important your HVAC and electrical systems are until they stop working properly. When you need an electrician or HVAC contractor fast, turn to Pez Electrical Services in Montgomery and Hillsborough, who offers professional heating and cooling services as well as electrical and generator support. They're located at 14 Eileen Court in Hillsborough. Give them a call, 908-281-7399. So 1st and 10 for Hillsborough. They're pretty deep in their own territory. They only have a receiver on the left side.
Missouri keeping it?
Yeah,
no,
it's
it
a
might be,
no. Look,
that's
oh, they got Mitchnard there, and
Yeah.
Watchung kind of read it well. Ends up losing 2 on the play.
that was a Wildcat there.
Andrew Russo on the stop, so it forces a 2nd and 12 as we're carrying down 5:40 and counting here in the third quarter. So I tell you, everyone's trying to pretty much fill each other out, but right now, this is where Hillsborough now needs to kind of reestablish control of this game. Their defense has done a fantastic job today in spite of these weather conditions. But this is a beautiful night for football, given all the clouds and drizzle and wind and all that
Beautiful night
stuff.
for football, as Wilkins says.
Well, no, that was a former high school teacher. All right, here
Yes,
comes second
Harvey
down,
Rush.
and Ms. Wera is going to be surrounded and dumped
boy.
inside the 10-yard line. So Watchung's defense decides to show up, and if you think about this, you have a 3rd and long now, and it's looking like a big-time field position play coming up.
Yeah, the best play they had so far tonight was not only that pass that Missouri had, but he also had a couple of nice long runs in the first half, so that's maybe what he's trying to draw on. But, it's got to be some type of coverage here. He's not seeing players that are open, which is, causing him to hold the ball longer and take the sacks.
Well, the ball is being spotted right outside the 10-yard line, so you're looking at a 3rd and probably 15, maybe 16. Ms. Wera trying to line the troops up. At this point, you want to make sure you get positive yardage because
Or a pooch kick.
Well,
you never know.
well-
This is a good spot for it.
well, you
Keep
need
them
a
off
bounce
guard.
one way or the other, and it's going to be a sweep play. There's a flag down. We haven't called penalties a lot in this game, and staying in bounds to nearly the 19-yard line. There is a flag down, and it's going to be against Hillsborough, and they're going to call holding. So I would have to say
You got
they
to decline it, Tom?
I-
4th down?
Well, if you don't decline it, you're going back to about the 4-yard line. So an interesting decision coming up, depending on the spot of the foul and whether they want 3rd and maybe 20 or just go on 4th down and 6.
Let's see what we get. Oh, he's turning our way this time. Good for him.
Well, I think
He
the
was
first
talking
time.
to the coach. He was talking to the coach.
Yeah, they're refusing the penalty, so
It is
it
gonna be
will be
4th.
4th down and the punting unit comes on. Now, if anything, the flags on top of the goalposts are heading left to right, so the wind is at Hillsborough's back if you want to translate it.
Sounds good. That means you should get a good punt. And that's why their other kicker, the kicker for Watchung, has been kicking it low and hoping for the rolls.
Well, this is where this is where Hillsborough needs to get a good punt off and have the wind help and also get the roll. Big field position play here as Missouri will take the snap, gets a decent punt, but it goes out of bounds short of the other side of the field.
We'll watch the referee with the hand as he's
What?
backing up.
Oh,
He's going in reverse.
I
and
think-
now he's going forward.
and
And where he
Let's see what-
stops, no one knows.
well, we do know it's the 45-yard line of Hillsborough, so.
Oh, a little bit of trickery out there for our officials.
They like to fool us here. By the way, just so you know that Hillsborough High School football brought to you by A&B Landscaping, a full-service landscaping and maintenance company in Hillsborough, where their experienced team provides landscape maintenance for homes and businesses all year round. Make sure you hire the expert landscapers for an attractive landscape. That's A&B Landscaping. Give them a call, 908-240-8784, or visit them online, ablandscapingnj.com. Okay, so Watchung Hill's down 7-3, 3:48 left here in the third. Martini back in action, tripling to right side for a receiver set. Hillsborough's defense with 5 sacks so far. Let's see if they can pull it off again. Martini back. He's under a rush again. He's looking. He's going to call his own number. He spins around a
big
tackle,
shoulder.
but ends up going to about the 42-yard line before Santa brings him down.
I don't know if you want your quarterback using his shoulder like that to try and defend, trying to knock a defender out of position. But, you're not going to get away with that too many times against some of these defenders, some of these linebackers that are pretty big kids out there.
Yeah, and the quarterback is also an exceptionally big kid, especially for his size. He can certainly run himself around, but right now Hillsborough's defense is making it very tough for him. In the meantime, it is 2nd and 7. They're outside the 42-yard line. We're approaching the 3-minute mark here in the third quarter. Again, tripling to right side. Martini will await the shotgun snap. There it is. And now they go with an inside handoff. And, there's a missed tackle. There's the 40, and down to
got
about
him.
the 31, a first down. This was the play that Hillsborough completely blew up the last time, but not so this time, as it's a gain of 11, and that's a first down.
And Mock was slow to get up there, number 2 there. He might have been, part of friendly fire there, getting hit a couple times. But you're right, they had him in the backfield and just couldn't get that shoestring tackle out of there. He's a big kid coming out.
Well, they have Saunders in at running back and Martini again to shotgun. This time they evenly divide the receivers. Saunders to the left. 1st and 10 from the Hillsborough 31-yard line. Let's see what Martini does here. Sending a man motion to the right. Here comes another rush. Getting out one tackle, slipping out. He's going to take off. 30, spinning around to the 25-yard line. Ends up being a gain of 6, but Martini was almost sacked yet again, but he was able to keep his momentum off the ground. Let's show you this one.
Watch the spin move he throws on this defender as he's coming in, and he just whoop right there. Right around him. Almost touches, but, in high school football, once that knee goes down, you're done, same as college. So to keep his balance was exceptional.
So Howard's Chris Berman analysis was pretty much on point.
I gave you a whoop. Go ahead.
There it is. All right, so 2nd and 4 from the 25. Again, Martini to shotgun. He'll take it. They go inside handoff again. That's that same play. And he'll run to about the 21. He might be at the 6 there. And Saunders again, who had that 11-yard run earlier. This one may give him a first down, but they haven't signaled yet.
We got to wait for the raindrops to clear.
They might bring the chain gang here. No, they will give him a first down.
Need,
Never mind.
No need.
So
Watchung
Watchung
out there.
Well, Watchung is in its best position they've been in since, I'd say, the opening drive of this game.
Since it started raining.
They have sent Brian Hayward in motion on the last couple of plays, and we'll see if they do it again here. Counting down to under a minute left in the third quarter. Again, all the scoring has taken place in the first quarter. We have had nothing since, but Watchung is looking to change that. They line a receiver on each side. Crowd's starting to get into it here in Hillsborough. 1st and 10 from the 21. Martini under center. Sends Hayward in motion.
Almost wipes out on the...
And a handoff up the middle, and there's not going to be much. A good stop by Nussbaum.
It's been all over the field tonight, Tom. Both sides of that ball, getting into that backfield and getting a couple sacks tonight as well as stopping on the run.
Well, they gave him a yard. I don't know if they'll run another play before three-quarter time. But we'll see. And I think what's going to happen is I think the quarterback's like, okay, we'll take the walk. First quarter, we only had to rotate 180 degrees, but this time we're going to slide on over to the other side. So time runs out here in the third. We are at three-quarter time here in Hillsborough, and we've got a dandy, a defensive dandy. Hillsborough 7, Watchung Hills 3, with 12 more minutes of football coming up.
Yeah, Tom, just like to make a small announcement. We did shut down the chat. Some of the kids are cursing in there, so we're not going to have that be on a high school broadcast. So, again, thank you for all the comments early, and we appreciate it, but it has been shut down. So watch the game and enjoy it. Sorry, everybody.
Anyway, we do have a couple other sponsors we want to get. Hillsborough High School football presented by Norman's Hallmark with 54 premier Gold Crown Hallmark stores in Pennsylvania and New Jersey. Norman's Hallmark helps you connect with your family and friends with their extensive collection and selection of greeting cards and gifts from all your favorite trusted brands, and they send just the right message. Knowledgeable associates are available to help you find the perfect gift for birthdays, anniversaries, graduations, holidays, and so much more. Norman's Hallmark. It's your Hallmark store and so much more for over 75 years, located on Nelson's Corner, 601 Route 206 in Hillsborough. Give them a call, 908-281-4020. And if you want to get yourself early on the jump for your holiday cards for 2020.
On the jump. Go ahead, Tom.
Well, hey, that's how I would say it, because I'm sure some people are thinking, no, I'm not going to wait till after Thanksgiving. I'm going to get my cards now.
Anniversary cards are always nice.
Well, yes.
Especially for 35 years, wine, any type of gift you can get from Hallmark, they always have the right saying for the right time.
That's exactly right. And, of course, I wouldn't find myself the right saying for any time. But
Donna says you're doing pretty good.
Well, much appreciated. Anyway, ready to start the final quarter of play. This is where we are, 2nd and 9 from the 20-yard line. A receiver on each side as Martini with a single back under center. He's going to go with that handoff and slipping through, crossing the 20 to 10 and down to about the 7-yard line. And Watchung is on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
Yeah, good play there. Good play. Excellent, running play up the middle. They've used that, a little bit of a slant using the gaps, and gives them a good yardage here, sets them up for 1st and goal.
A gain of 12, 1st and goal from the 8. Once again, in there is Kyle Saunders. He's been the guy that's been carrying the load here on this drive. Martini again gives to Saunders. He has the corner if he wants, gets the 5, he dives, and I believe he is in the end zone. Yes, he is. Kyle Saunders with an 8-yard touchdown run, and Watchung regains the lead with their first score since the opening drive of the game.
Yeah, good play, good read. Went outside there, moved the ball around, and got the pylon. That's all you need to do is get that pylon, and you're in.
And break the plane, and the plane is infinite, as they say. So Saunders does his job. I mean, he did a heck of a job, especially I think the key play here not only was the field position, but that key 2nd down play where they took that delayed inside handoff and he gained 11 yards. That really kept the drive going.
This is a very, very, very important extra point here.
Here's the snap, kick on its way, and it makes it 10-7 in favor of Watchung, 33 seconds into this final quarter. And it has really been quite a game. We'll see how Hillsborough responds to it. Meanwhile, let us tell you that Hillsborough High School football is presented by the Sean O'Hara Foundation, which is a nonprofit organization created by Sean and Amy O'Hara in 2009 with a primary mission of helping to increase knowledge and education of life-threatening diseases with a particular focus on supporting research and awareness for cystic fibrosis. They've contributed nearly $800,000 to nonprofit organizations which fund research, care, and awareness for life-threatening diseases for which minimal financial resources are available, and to other health and education initiatives, including endowed scholarship programs. Call them for more information, 973-879-1682. You can visit online, SeanO'HaraFoundation.org. And one other thing, that here in this final quarter, we remind you that funding for tonight's game with Hillsborough High School Raider football, it's, of course, presented by the Hillsborough Raider Touchdown Association, which, of course, is led by President Bruce Wayne and Vice President Ernie Santorelli.
Yeah, Tom, we haven't mentioned it yet tonight, though, even with our 570 viewers concurrent right now and 3,200 playbacks, which is absolutely ridiculous, which we love to have. Please subscribe. We get 400 out of the 569 to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're gonna keep moving forwards and keep doing more games, and we hope you enjoy.
I'm hoping you're enjoying this one. Here's a directional kick, and
See,
where will this land?
It was good. It was, again, that's
I think Hillsborough got it.
Tom, that was positional, not directional. Directional is where you're gonna kick it at somebody. This was positional, where he positioned the kick in between the two lines, and what happened was the player that was up caught it over his shoulder, which is a difficult catch, especially on a kick, to make that catch, and then went down on the ground. But
you must like Michael Gallup, don't you?
Yeah, that was perfect over the shoulder. Looked like Willie Mays catching that ball. But it's a difficult play, but that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to get it in between the two lines, and the more you adjust the lines, they can change the kick. They can make it a deep kick. They could do an onside kick. They could kick it right at somebody. There's all different types of kicking games, and if you have someone that's experienced, that's what helps.
I get a kick out of football, that's for sure. All right, 1st and 10 for Hillsborough at the 35 as Mizwera is going to roll to his left. He may call his own number, look for a block.
Big block.
He does, to the 40,
there.
And he'll get out of bounds, and he might have a first down depending on the spot. They're going to give him the 45-yard line. Not sure if they're going to signal yet. Yes, it is a first down. A 10-yard pickup for Mizwera.
Tom, watch this block outside here. Look at your receiver. Throwing him on the ground. That's what you want out of your receiver. That's what you call finishing your block there.
Well, you have to finish your blocks, otherwise the quarterback is going to get sacked 15 times. But here Hillsborough is trying to respond to Watchung's score. They go 3 wide slot right, 1st and 10. And a throw up the middle. Oh, and the pass is right there for Dixon. He just couldn't hang on to it. That was a perfect throw. Now, in dry conditions, he probably gets it. But
Yeah,
again, you got to
elements-
consider the weather
You
factor.
got so many elements out there with the wind and everything else. But it looked like it was a little bit of confusion there because the running back was almost hitting Miswera when he was throwing the ball. So that could have affected the throw. But again, these are chances that you're not going to get a lot of times in a game. You got to take advantage.
And he was open, and that's the key, taking advantage of things. Well, you have to have a very quick delete memory on that and just go on to the next play. So 2nd and 10 from the 45 as Miswera in the shotgun, 3 wide slot right. He'll take the snap, backs up 1 or 2, and he may call his number. Instead, he gets drowned at the 43-yard line, and guess what? It's Hunter Seubert.
There you go. We've mentioned his dad all night long, and the son, and the coach, and everybody else. So the whole family is watching. So congratulations on that sack, son.
And that was big. I was afraid we weren't going to mention him, and here we are. Final quarter comes through with a big sack and forces a 3rd and 12 for Hillsborough at the 42.
Pivotal here. Are you in 2-down territory here, Tom?
I don't know. We're counting down to 10.5 till time. So,
but you got good field position. You don't really want to give this up here if you don't get the first. But again, it's only 3 points.
You never know. 3rd and 12 from the 43-yard line. They go 3 wide slot left this time. As Miswera goes back, he's looking. He'll throw it the middle, and it bounces high and incomplete. And then a late flag comes down. I mean, that came down like 4 seconds after the incompletion. It was intended for Ethan Mays.
What's the early indication, Tom? Let's see what we get here.
Well, the fans are becoming with white hats and saying pass interference, but we'll see what the officials decide.
He's got to make his trek all the way back there. I thought they had microphones on, but usually they're internet. They're hooked up through phones. They all have phones and earpieces. They can talk to each other. But either way, we'll get the call here once he moves out from inside.
It's hard to
inside the huddle.
Yeah, we don't want another blooper where he extends one hand or the other and hurts somebody.
He's doing it on the other side.
It is defensive pass interference. So it is against Watchung, and Hillsborough will get a free first down.
Let's take a look at it and see what you see here. Because again, there was contact, but he definitely let that ball go, and he was right on him. So let's see. Yeah, I guess I guess he pulled it. It's a little blurry, but you can see he actually dragged his back there a little bit, grabbed the back of the jersey and pulled him down. So that would have been the penalty. But in high school, it's only 15 yards. It's not a spot foul, Tom. It's only 15 yards, so it doesn't hurt you that much, but it gives you the first down.
And that's a big penalty, especially on 3rd down. He had 3rd and 12, and this happened. This could give the momentum back to Hillsborough. So they're at the Warrior 42-yard line. Miswera in the shotgun, 3 wide slot right, low snap. They fake the handoff. He takes off himself, and he'll cross to about the 39 and get a gain of 3. Better than nothing.
Yeah, he was looking downfield. He was hoping to break that one up the middle because they all pushed up.
Well, give credit to Watchung's defense. They really closed the holes very quickly.
Yeah. He had to get through. He had to get through that second line of defense. He got through the line. He just couldn't get through the linebackers.
And Miswera tried to get back to the sideline. He is actually shaken up.
Yeah, it might have been a low hit there when he was hit. Let's take a look at it, and we'll slow it down and see if we can see anything from the replay.
Another Pez Electric replay.
Pez is making some money tonight. That's all I can tell you.
And here he he takes off, and he did get hit low. I mean, it was a legal tackle. It was just the way it was tackled that caused the thing to happen. But it looks like he's getting up, and he'll walk off on his own power. He has to be out for at least a play.
Right, one play.
For the injury. And while we have a second, we'll tell you that Hillsborough High School football presented by Milan Rose Photography, which is a professional photography service with school photography services for preschool, daycare, elementary, middle school, undergraduate, senior portraits, class pictures, and so much more. For more information, make sure you check out Milan Rose Photography at 908-369-9600. They're located at 378 South Branch Road in Hillsborough. So after the 3-yard pickup, it is 2nd and 7. Miswera out for one play.
This could be a...
Or they could fake it and call timeout, and now he can come back in.
Could be a Wildcat here. Yep.
And he'll take it along the right side. He's going to gain some yards. 35-yard line.
Swarmed over top.
Thomas Amakwa able to take his own snap. And as you called it, Howard, a Wildcat and a 4-yard pickup. And Miswera's back in the game for 3rd and 3.
Yeah, pivotal here. You're close. I don't think you're in field goal range yet. You're going to need about another 10 yards, 15 yards for a high school field goal kicker. But again, you want to have him in there for it. You want to have your quarterback in there to lead your team.
Hey, for those of you watching here on YouTube, courtesy of the HSG Network, tell your friends we got a good finish coming up. 8:50 till time.
Subscribe, Tom.
Yes.
Subscribe.
Yes,
We'll be
subscribe.
back again.
Yes, HSG Network. Subscribe to it here on YouTube. 3rd and 3 from the 35-yard line is Mizwera trying to get the play call correct. And now whistles blow, and timeout's going to be called by Hillsborough.
Yeah, got to think it over. Make the right play. This is a big third down for them, and you don't want to have a negative play. So even if it's not the right play, you still want to have a positive out of it.
You definitely are right about that.
8:37 remaining, Tom. Sorry, go ahead.
That's all
Give us your
right.
ad.
By the way, we want to let you know that Hillsborough High School football is presented by Iron Peak Sports and Events, which is a multi-sport training, recreation, events, and entertainment facility that will serve as a hub for a full spectrum of sports as well as many other recreation and community pursuits. The facility provides an atmosphere of community to sports clubs, event organizers, and participants. That's Iron Peak Sports and Events, located at 137 Mountain View Road in Hillsborough. Call them at 908-398-2139. So right now for Hillsborough, you have a 3rd and 3. You're at the 35-yard line. You've been able to move the ball, and you got help on the drive thanks to a pass interference foul. And this is where I would have to say this may be a little early for 4th down territory, but sometimes if you're unsure, you might as well go for it.
Yeah, you don't want to punt it here. You want to definitely use every down you get and get every yard you can.
Okay, Mizwera is going to be in the shotgun on 3rd and 3. They're going to go 3 wide slot left. Santa standing to the left of Mizwera. He'll await the snap. Take it. Go back. Has time. Throws left. And the pass incompleted. Went through Amakua's hands.
Tom.
Oh, there's a flag down.
I saw something fly out over there. No, it might have been a football.
Oh, no, I'm so sorry. I mean, I didn't see any yellow on the field, so I apologize for that.
Something flew out. It must have been a football being thrown back and forth because it flew right out behind the referee.
And what do you know? Here we are, 4th and 3 from the 35-yard line. Now, there's 8:32 left in regulation. So this is an interesting call, and they're going to go for it here. I mean, this is a key 3 yards, and Hillsborough's had some success here. They're going to triple the left side here in a 4-receiver set. Santa to the left.
Hard count.
Well, they're thinking about trying to draw him offside.
Didn't they ran out of time.
Wow, and Hillsborough already has used their second timeout.
Yeah, they ran out of time because you can see Coach Carter looking down at the line judge down there, and he was already had his hand up and started counting. Where you can't really go to a hard count because all they have to do is wait for you to snap the ball because you're going to run out of time. So instead of taking the delay, he waited and he actually called the timeout.
Sorry about that, Howard. Should Hillsborough score a touchdown, it's presented by Catered Affair, which has served the Hillsborough and Somerset County area for over 25 years. It actually opened its doors in 1986 in Raritan. It's family-owned and operated, and Catered Affair, they have expanded and moved to its present location in Hillsborough. Back in 1989 they did that, and they serve Hillsborough and the surrounding business and residential communities. Catered Affair offers a full line of custom catering designs and also operates a gourmet deli cafe offering a huge line of our famous homemade salads, soups, sandwiches, subs, and grilled delights. They're located at the Borough Center on Route 206 South in Hillsborough. Call 908-874-7790. All right, here we go. 4th and 3. Back goes Mizwera. He's looking. He's going to take a shot down the field, and it's tapped away and incomplete. And I'll tell you what, the Watchung defense did a heck of a job reading the play, and I believe that was Riley McCann, the sophomore, who got his paws on it, and Hillsborough turns the ball over on downs.
Yep. So now you got to concentrate on your defense. You cannot give up a long drive. You've got to get an easy 3 and out, get the punt, and block it, or get the turnover. Turnovers also help, to get you back in this game here and get you the 3 points they need. They cannot give up a long drive that just eats the clock.
And that's the biggest
especially
thing.
in high school football.
Hillsborough's defense has played very, very well for the most part today. They've gotten to quarterback Chad Martini a number of times. They've sacked him 5 times. They forced an interception. Let's see if they can come through again. So Watchung Hills, they start their own 35-yard line.
Getting there, sorry, wiping down the camera.
Hey, sometimes you got to have a clear picture. They will hand it off and cross into the 40. This is trouble. This is midfield. And going all the way down to the Hillsborough 40 is Chris Baker for a 25-yard pickup.
Yeah, you don't want to give that up right away. that changes the field position, flips everything, and now you're back on your heels. So Coach Carter already used 2 of the timeouts. So now he's got to figure out what do you got to put in there to stop this, because they could run the ball, and they're showing it.
And they really did not do very much in the first half, but in the second half, they have definitely worn Hillsborough down a little bit and have found the holes just enough to get through and get positive yardage. So right now for Watchung, they are in Hillsborough territory after that big gain, 1st and 10 at the Hillsborough 40. And I think in there now is Saunders. Martini trying to take as much time as he can. And they will bounce it off to Saunders. But he's tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a 3-yard loss. Hillsborough's not going out into this good night.
No. Great job on the defense there to read that play and to break it up.
Oh, Volpe, what a tackle. Sal Volpe with a 3-yard loss there. It's 2nd and 13. Coming down to 7:20 till time, and Watchung Hills by 3. A low-scoring game given the cold weather conditions, but this has been a great defensive game to say the least.
Both sides, great defensive game.
So no matter what happens in this game, all the kids should be congratulated for this. So right now, Watchung Hills trying to make this call, 2nd and 13. Under center, Martini single back, probably going to be another run play, and it is. Sneaking through to the 40, down to the 35, Chris Baker. He gets a turn, and he gets to the 34. So now this is a big play. 3rd and 4 from the 34-yard line for Hillsborough's defense.
And, Tom, the backs still have a lot of energy because, they've mostly used the pass in this game. We've seen Watchung with the dynamic quarterback use the pass more than the run. So these running backs should be fresh here in the fourth quarter coming out of the backfield.
You might call it the oxymoron West Coast offense, which is being done on the East Coast. That's the reason why I mention it. It's doing all the passing to set up the running later in the game. So here's the situation, folks. 3rd and about 3.5. Ball just inside the Hillsborough 34. Under center Martini, receiver on each side. We'll see if Baker gets another carry. No, it's a quarterback draw, and he might have it. They're going to give him past the 30, and that's going to be a first down. Surprise, surprise. Martini gets the 4 yards he needed.
He's a big player. He's a big athlete out there. He's got the long legs. He has the reach. All you need is a little bit of push from that offensive line when you have someone that size back there.
So inside the 30-yard line, and even more importantly, Watchung is chewing up clock, coming down to 5:40 till time, and with a 3-point lead. And remember, on the last drive, Hillsborough used 2 of their 3 timeouts. So should they get the ball back, it is going to be very interesting to 31-yard line. So this is big for Hillsborough's defense. Now under 5 minutes till time, it'll be interesting to see what the play call is going to be. And it's been pretty much an all-running drive for Watchung Hills. We'll see if they keep that up.
We do understand that we just buffered there. We lost some of the stream from the MiFi, but that's okay. We're back. So again, just if it stops, just hit refresh or just let it buffer. It'll come right back.
2nd and 12.
YouTube.
Yeah, hey, we're still working on that. 2nd and 12 and a 31. Here's a
out.
pitch out on the left side, nearly stumbling, but crossing the 30 to the 27 is Shane Kelly. They're going to spot it at the 26, so it's a gain of 5. And now this is, I'd say, the defensive play of the game. 3rd and 7 for Watchung at the 26.
And this is a little too short for a quarterback keeper. So you're going to have to involve, your running backs and your receivers in some type of play here. So Hillsborough's got to turn up the defense. This would be a time for a timeout from the offense if they really wanted to stop the clock. But why? It's only, you keep chewing. It's under 4.
3:50 till time to be exact, and counting. 3rd and 7 from the 26-yard line. It's not over yet. Stranger things have happened at the end of games. Single back, receiver on each side. Martini will give to Baker, and Baker is going to be brought down at the line of scrimmage. He may have gotten a yard if he was lucky, and they're going to give him that to the 25.
Tom, that's an interesting decision not to throw the ball. You don't want to throw that incomplete pass and stop the clock. So they would rather have the run and take no yardage or 1 and keep the clock going.
Leo Shiro with the stop. So now 4th and 6. Now the ball's at the 25-yard line. They're going to keep it running. The next play will be under 3 minutes left.
And they're in no rush to make that play. So I'm sure they're waiting for the play clock to go down, and they'll call that timeout with 1 second remaining or just come to the line.
And we'll let you know how much time is left when they do decide to call it. And the Hillsborough defense trying to get this fan base into the game.
Yeah,
4th and 6.
Extremely long.
And now whistle blows, and now a timeout is going to be called by Watchung.
And that's exactly what we figured. They would let that clock run out and take the timeout and use the entire play clock they could. So now it's going to stop, and they now have 2 timeouts remaining.
So 2:44 remains in regulation. They have to remember it's still a one-score game at 10-7. So we will see what Watchung decides to do. One more time, we want to thank the sponsors who have been very critical for our YouTube production here for Hillsborough High School football. We'll run it down real quick. Pez Electric, Milan Rose Photography, Catered Affair, Iron Peak Sports and Events, Norman's Hallmark, the Sean O'Hara Foundation, the Hillsborough Raider Touchdown Association, and A&B Landscaping. So right now, this is the play right here. 2:44 left. 10-7 in favor of Watchung over Hillsborough in what has been a great game, but we may have a great final act or final scene here. You never know.
It's high school football. Anything can happen out there, Tom.
So you can't give up in this situation. They're going for it. Martini in the shotgun. 4th and 6 from the 25. He'll take the snap. Martini back. He'll lob it. Oh, the pass is caught. He's going to get to the 20. Missed tackle. 10-5. And down to the 2. John Bechtel on a screen pass. Everyone went left, and Bechtel went right, and he runs it back for 23 yards.
Tom, I mean, you watch the play. It looked like they almost got his arm. Almost got his arm as he was moving outside. Watch the defender right here. It looked like he almost had the ball or blocked a little bit. It just looped it over top. And, again, that's the height of that quarterback, and that's where you take the advantage of it right
And
there.
then Kennedy fell down, which allowed Bechtel to get the run in. And now, considering Hillsborough only has 1 timeout left, this is almost about rundown times. We're approaching the 2-minute mark in this game. If Watchung scores, it would be nearly impossible for Hillsborough to come back here. They make quarterback sneak it, and diving, well, they haven't signaled. It was Martini who kept it as we're down to 1:45 and counting. They're going to say he stopped at the 1, so it is 2nd and goal.
So you're not going to take a knee. You're definitely going to go for the touchdown here because you want to get that score just in case something happens on a snap somewhere else. So you definitely want to get the points on the board there. But you got to credit both defenses here tonight. Both have played exceptional to keep this game this close.
It definitely, we could have a Derek Carr where he fumbles at the 1 and goes out of the end zone.
Joe Pisarcik.
Crazy things have happened, so don't lose hope just
course,
yet.
Especially with the height and the size, he may try to reach that ball over the end zone line, which we've seen a lot of NFL quarterbacks attempt to do.
2nd and goal from the 1, and now timeout called by Watchung.
So they're going to get the right play. They were not happy with what came out of the huddle. They were not happy with the look they got on defense, so they bring it back, talk to each other, and, like I said, straighten it out. Let's see what happens.
So right now, I would have to say at this point, I mean, you're at 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line. If you're Hillsborough's defense, you got to look for anything, but I would say they could call the same play again, Martini trying to dive up the middle, because every time he's gone up the middle, he has been successful.
And he's gotten positive yards, and you're only looking for 1 here. But by the same token, Hillsborough, may set the defense up where they pack the box and basically look for the push the other way. Whereas then you can have Watchung change the play and move it around and, maybe do an offset eye, do some type of situation where it's a naked bootleg going in the end zone. So there's a lot of things in play here. It all depends on what you see when it comes out.
And remember, Martini, he's 6'6", 215, and is a pro-style quarterback. Remember, he had 9 scores in 10 games last year, and he even rushed for 6 touchdowns. 2nd and goal from the 1. They call his number again, and did he get in?
Yes.
He did so. So welcome to the end zone for Chad Martini, who gets his first rushing touchdown. Go figure. I had to just mention it 20 seconds ago as to what he did last year.
And that was a stretch. He leaned forward and stretched the football out where you don't want to leave it out there because someone can actually punch it out of your hands. But in high school football, as long as you break the plane, it's a touchdown.
It could be for any football in this particular situation. So that might be the coup de grace right there, as Watchung Hills gets 2 touchdowns here in the final quarter, and they're looking to extend the lead to 17-7, as Spencer Ostroff will try the extra point. Holding will be Shane Kelly. The snap, a low snap, kick on its way, and it ends up being no good, but it's a 9-point game, so it's a 2-score game anyway, and Hillsborough's going to have to come up with a miracle in 63 seconds.
Yeah, but again, you play it out. You play it out because this is that what we talk about, adversity, right, Tom? We all face it in life, and players on the football field face it the same way. And this is a little bit of adversity here, so let's see how they react.
There are different levels of adversity. It's funny, there was a tune listening on the way up called In the Face of Adversity, and it is true. Whether it be in football, in a short term or long term, there's always going to be adversity, because if there isn't, then life is absolutely boring. You have to remember that. So it's not impossible, but it's going to be very difficult for Hillsborough to get 9 points in 63 seconds and with only 1 timeout remaining. You go back to that last drive, they used 2 of the 3 timeouts, and then they failed to convert on 4th down. That could have been the dagger that did it right there.
And you put your eggs in that basket because you had good field position, you were in the right spot at the right time, and that was when you want to use them because you wanted to put the score up on the board. It just didn't work out that way. And in high school football, where you have a limited clock and it runs all the time, there are no 2-minute warnings, so you lose that timeout. It's not like the pro game. So, you gotta conserve and take your shots when you do.
That's all you can do. All right, so Watchung Hills will kick off.
This has to be deep, Tom.
You would think. Well,
and it is.
Finally a normal kickoff. Taking it about the 8-yard line. Let's see what happens. Crossing the 20 to the 30, breaking through another tackle and down to the 38-yard line. So pretty decent field position. That was Thomas Amakwa who brought it back for 30 yards. But there's only 56 seconds left on the clock.
Yep. So again, you're gonna bring your offense out. You're gonna bring your guys out there and see what you can do. And I would expect Watchung to be in some type of prevent defense where their D-backs are way back, not to give up the big play, because you hit that one play, Tom. You hit a one play here, get the score, get the onside kick. Who knows? Who knows?
That's very true. And you got to remember, Hillsborough in the wind, and of course a light mist falling, so it's going to be pretty difficult for
Not
them.
light anymore. It's actually picked up a little bit.
Yeah, me and my big
you
mouth.
You can see it.
They triple the right, 1st and 10. Back goes Mizwera, and a pass goes down incomplete. A little bit off. They tried a stretch play for Will Dixon. He just couldn't come up with it. They did last week against Montgomery in the opening drive of the season to perfection.
Yeah, it's just just out of reach there. It's a good play, and he's gonna. But again, he's going to be down on the ground. And that clock's going to be running once they reset the 1st down. So, you might want to try to keep it on the outside here to your outside edges here to get the clock stoppage.
We're down to 52 seconds, by the way. They're going to do the same formation, 4 receivers. They triple the right side. Santa to the left of Mizwera. On 2nd and 10, he'll take the snap. He's looking. He'll fire sideline, and the pass is caught. And he's about a yard shy of a 1st down, but he did get out of bounds. Or did he? No, he didn't.
No, wind the clock.
They wind it.
The clock. Yeah, that's the problem. High school football, you got to get out of bounds.
And his knee was down before he got out of bounds. That's why it's running. 30 seconds left now. 3rd and a yard. Mizwera back to pass. He's looking, and he's going to try and get to the 1st down marker, but does not. And he stopped at the 48.
Not a sack, though. I think he actually got to the line of scrimmage, so it's really not a sack. But you got to call the timeout now. Your last timeout.
Yep, they're doing it with 17 seconds left.
And that's not a great. That's not the advantage you have of using that timeout. You wanted to get the pass to the outside. You wanted Amakwa to get out of bounds, and you didn't want to have to take any type of sack there. If he saw open field there, and he just got caught from behind. But again, you're learning. You're learning on the job here. The kids are learning. The coaches are learning. And
it's a condensed season too, remember.
Yeah, it's only 6 games. So, and you may have you may have an extra game for a playoff game. But, it's inspiring to watch them, attempt to, execute here.
Well, on this Columbus Day holiday or Indigenous Person holiday, depending on how you look at it, we have been treated to a very entertaining game. Well, it's still celebrated both ways. but we want to make sure all our audience is included with it.
Yes.
So 4th and a yard.
Good thing we have you here announcing.
Well, hey, we try our best. 4th and a yard from the 48. Mizwera back. He's going to roll left. Last shot for Hillsborough. Looking, firing. Pass is caught. It's going to be a first down, but he stays in bounds. Kennedy with the grab. Down to 10 seconds left.
They stop the clock, reset the sticks. So you're going to get one more play off.
They're going to wait for it to be set. Now the clock runs with 7, and now they spike it down with 6 seconds left.
Which we were told last week. I got an official coming in. I forgot to mention him this week. Official referee, Mr. Kirkpatrick, I believe it was, sent me a text saying that you no longer have to be under center to spike the ball.
Is that
so
right?
You can now be in the shotgun and spike the ball. And I just want to thank him this week for that, and we'll move on.
And hey, listen, every game is a different way of learning when it comes to different styles of levels of football. All right, 2nd and 10. Here's Mizwera back. He's going to throw. Pass is caught. That's a Makwa. He's going to get to the 40. He will run out on the final play of the game.
Over there, Tom.
Gets to the 30. Gets to the 20. And he's going to get himself, believe it or not, into the end zone to end the game. So a positive finish for Hillsborough. Even though they will lose this game, they at least score in the final play as Makwa catches one for a 52-yard touchdown reception.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it.
So
no flags. So
there are no flags, and I don't think they do the extra point.
No, I don't. I don't think so. It looks like if we have to watch the referees. They're the telltale sign. If they walk off the field, there will be no extra point.
And I believe they're discussing, and yeah, they are walking off the field. So the game is over, and there's your final. Watchung Hills with a 16-13 win over Hillsborough in a very entertaining game here in Hillsborough tonight. Your final thoughts, Howard?
Very entertaining, even in the rain. We had limited camera work, limited everything else, and we still pulled through. We got off to a late start, but again, we hope everybody enjoyed it. We still got 525 people right now, so please make sure you subscribe to HSG Network on YouTube to get any alerts when we're going to be live, because we will have the last home game from Hillsborough coming up at the end of the month, as well as if they make the playoffs, I'm sure we'll be invited back for that.
And it's going to be a lot of fun. You see both teams, because of COVID, they're saying, hey, thank you for a great game on both sides. So that will wrap things up here from Hillsborough. A great game tonight on Monday Night Football here from Hillsborough. Your final score, the Watchung Hills Warriors 16 and the Hillsborough Raiders 13. For Howard Gaber, the birthday man, I'm Tom Wilkins. I had to go there. Thanks for joining us, everybody. This has been a presentation of Hillsborough High School Raider Football.